Focus on yourself and work hard in silence. Let your success make the noise. Written by Peter A. Saul. Published by Audiobooks LOA. Imagine this. Focus on yourself. Okay, so picture this. It's late, like really late. The world outside is probably sleeping, maybe scrolling TikTok or just generally chilling. But you work hard in silence. You're deep in it. You're grinding, working on that thing that matters to you. No one sees the late nights. No one sees the sacrifices, the endless hours. Success make the noise, the sheer quiet hustle. There are zero applause signs, no instant validation notifications popping up, no quick wins giving you that dopamine. Hit, nada, zilch, just the quiet grind. But here's the secret sauce. Deep down, you know something seriously powerful is building. You feel it. This is the core vibe of silent success. It's that low-key success, that private success that nobody sees coming, in a world that's absolutely obsessed with getting attention, where everyone feels the need to broadcast every single move, every tiny step. The most unstoppable individuals, they're on a totally different wavelength. They take a different path. They move in silence. They're focused, laser-focused. They're disciplined, super disciplined. And they are absolutely unshaken by the external noise, the endless opinions, the need for validation. Seriously, they don't waste a single second trying to prove themselves to the world. Why would they? Instead, they understand that if they work hard in silence, their results will eventually do all the talking. Silence speaks louder, right? It's the ultimate mic drop. Ever felt that intense pressure to announce every single goal, to seek approval before you even start, to explain your entire journey step by step to anyone who will listen and even those who won't? Yeah, stop doing that. Seriously, just stop. Think about the most legendary success stories out there. Were they built on constant announcements and seeking validation? Nah. They were written behind closed doors, in moments of quiet determination, without the slightest need for an audience. It's the ultimate grind in silence. This book, it's your ultimate blueprint, your guide to mastering the incredible art of silent success. It's all about fundamentally shifting your focus inward, like really focus on yourself. It's about building an absolutely unshakable work ethic, developing that no-excuses mindset, cultivating self-discipline to a level you maybe didn't think was possible, and ultimately, allowing your achievements to be the loudest statement you make. You let success speak. Are you genuinely ready to transform your mindset, to embrace the power of personal growth and self-transformation, to work hard in silence and genuinely let your success make the noise? Are you ready to develop that killer hustle mindset and stay focused, stay hungry? Because if you are, this journey is about to get real. Let's dive deep and unlock that mind power and self-growth. Let's get started. We notice that 85% of you who listen to our video are not yet subscribed to the channel. Please help support the channel by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. Thanks for inspiring us to create more content for you. Now let's begin. Chapter 1. The Strength of Silence. Why Quiet Hustle Wins the Race. Okay, let's talk about the world we live in right now. It's a non-stop stream of noise, right? Distractions are everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Social media is constantly screaming for your attention. Notifications are pinging you every other second, pulling you away from whatever you're trying to focus on. And literally, everyone on the planet seems to have an opinion on what you should or shouldn't be doing, how you should be doing it, and probably why you're doing it wrong. It's super easy to get totally caught up in all that noise. You feel pressured to seek approval, to share your plans before they're even fully formed, or to constantly feel the need to prove yourself to everyone around you. It's exhausting, honestly. This constant need for validation can seriously derail your progress before you even get going. But here's the absolute truth. The individuals who reach the absolute highest levels of success, They don't waste their precious energy talking about what they plan to do. Nope, they are too busy doing it. Their energy is channeled into focused action. They understand the profound power of silence. Progress happens in silence. Period. Think about it. The most impactful moves in life, the real game changers, are made when literally no one is watching. It's the grind in silence that sets you up for the win. Imagine an iceberg for a second. The part everyone sees, the tip floating above the water. That's just a tiny fraction. The real strength, the massive foundation that keeps it afloat, that's hidden beneath the surface. It's growing steadily, unseen, quiet, but absolutely unstoppable. Successful people get this. They deeply understand that the real, meaningful work, it's done behind the scenes, away from the noise, away from the distractions, away from the external pressure and the need for constant updates. This is the essence of private success. Silence creates essential space. Space for deep, uninterrupted focus. Space for crystal clear clarity. Space for consistent, relentless effort. When you consciously choose to remove the need for validation, when you stop constantly comparing yourself to others, that endless, soul-crushing comparison trap, you free up an incredible amount of valuable mental energy. It's like clearing out all the junk in your mental RAM. You stop worrying about who's ahead or behind you. That whole race narrative just fades away. Instead, you start directing all that energy, all that focus, toward the one thing that actually matters, improving yourself. This is the core principle of focus on yourself. Instead of desperately seeking applause for every tiny step you take, like posting every little milestone on social media, you build something far more powerful, momentum. You build it quietly, stealthily, allowing your undeniable results to eventually speak for themselves, letting success make the noise, the ultimate key to achieving mastery in any area. It's not about announcing your goals to the world. It's about relentlessly, consistently, day after day, executing them. Those who achieve true greatness don't spend their valuable time trying to prove their progress to others. They simply let their progress do the talking. It's the ultimate hard work pays off scenario. If you are genuinely serious about achieving success, motivation, and building that unshakable mindset, you need to stop seeking attention for every little thing and start focusing 100% on the actual work. The less you talk about what you plan to do, the more energy, focus, and time you have to actually do it. It's simple math, really. This is the essence of work hard in silence. It's the quiet engine of progress. It's how you build mind power through concentrated effort. It's the first step in that mindset shift towards true accomplishment. And it's a fundamental lesson in developing genuine self-discipline. Ready to embrace the quiet power? Let's go. Chapter 2. The Discipline of Private Growth. Improve yourself, not your image. Okay, let's talk about the pressure cooker that is the modern world. We're all living in a digital age where people are constantly curating and showcasing their achievements online, right? It's the highlight reel 24/7. And honestly, it's super easy to get swept up in that, to feel that intense pressure to do the exact same thing. The temptation to share every single step of your journey, to announce your goals to your entire network, or to desperately seek approval from others. It can feel absolutely overwhelming. Like, if I don't post about it, did it even happen? And kind of overwhelming. But here's the absolute truth. True, lasting success. It's not about appearances. It's not about the perfectly filtered highlight reel. It's about something much deeper, much more real. It's about genuine, messy, beautiful personal growth. The individuals who consistently focus on themselves, who are dedicated to self-improvement rather than just maintaining a carefully crafted image. Those are the ones who ultimately achieve lasting success. It's the foundation of a solid growth mindset. Private growth requires serious discipline, like next-level discipline. It means actively resisting that powerful urge to constantly prove yourself to others. It means consciously choosing to dedicate your precious time and energy to becoming the absolute best version of you. Not the version others expect or the version that gets the most likes, but the version that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. Real growth isn't measured in likes, shares, or external recognition. It's measured in consistent, unwavering effort, day after day, week after week, even when absolutely no one is watching. Think about those quiet moments of dedication, the struggles nobody sees, the sheer perseverance when you feel like giving up. That's where the most meaningful transformations happen, behind closed doors, in the silence. It's the ultimate no pain, no gain scenario playing out privately. Let's use the athlete analogy again because it's so powerful. Think about an elite athlete training intensely before a massive competition. The public, they only see the glorious victory, the medal, the record-breaking performance. But what's behind that success? Countless hours of silent, unseen effort. Early morning workouts when everyone else is sleeping. Strict diets that require incredible willpower. Intense mental conditioning to build that unshakable mindset, sacrifices that literally no one else notices. That's where the championship is really won. The same principle applies directly to your personal growth. The real, transformative work happens in solitude, away from the noise, away from the distractions. It's in those quiet moments that you can truly refine your skills, strengthen your mindset, and push yourself far beyond what you thought was possible. It's how you build genuine mind power. When you consciously make that fundamental mindset shift from trying to impress others to genuinely, authentically improving yourself, you become something incredible, unstoppable. You no longer feel that desperate need for external validation because your confidence doesn't come from outside. It comes from your own steady, undeniable progress. It's building that internal scoreboard, not worrying about the external one. Success isn't about proving anything to anyone else. Seriously, let that sink in. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't need to prove anything. Your actions, your results become the proof. So embrace the power of work hard in silence, grow in private, nurture that private success, and trust, absolutely trust, that your results will speak for themselves. It's the ultimate self-growth journey. Chapter 3, The Power of Consistency. Small actions, big impact. All right, let's break down how genuine success is actually built. Spoiler alert, it's not usually in one massive Hollywood movie breakthrough moment. Nope. Success isn't built in a single day, and it's rarely the result of just one big lucky break. The real secret, it's the outcome of small, disciplined actions, repeated, consistently, over time. Think about it. Every single successful person, from athletes to entrepreneurs, to artists, got there through relentless daily effort. It's the definition of hard work pays off. Those who have truly mastered the art of silent success understand this deep truth. The key to achieving long-term, meaningful achievement, it's not in grand gestures or trying to achieve an overnight transformation. It's in steady, quiet, daily progress. Progress that compounds over time, like interest in a high-yield savings account. This is the bedrock of how to stay consistent. Think of building success like planting a tree. At the very beginning, you plant the seed. It's invisible beneath the soil. For a while, it seems like absolutely nothing is happening. Zero visible progress. Nada. But with daily watering, consistent care, and a whole lot of patience, something incredible is happening beneath the surface. The roots are growing stronger, deeper, spreading out, and eventually, after consistent, unseen effort, a mighty, powerful tree emerges. The same principle applies directly to your goals. Every single small effort you make, every hour you spend learning that new skill, every workout you complete even when you're tired, every book you read that expands your knowledge, it all adds up. Even when it feels like you're making zero progress, you are building that foundation. It's the quiet accumulation of effort, the biggest, most common mistake people make. They look for instant results. We're wired for it in the age of instant gratification. They start a new habit, chase a big goal, or begin a new project. They put in some effort, and then, when they don't see immediate dramatic success, like within 24 hours, they lose motivation, they get discouraged, and they quit. This is where that no excuses mindset needs to kick in. But those who are building silent success, they stay committed, even when the progress is invisible, even when it feels like they're just spinning their wheels. Those are the ones who eventually see absolutely massive, undeniable results. The core difference between people who achieve genuine success and those who don't. It's incredibly simple. Consistency. When you embrace the principle of work hard in silence and stay relentlessly consistent, you create unstoppable momentum. The world might not notice your efforts at first. You won't get instant validation. But over time, your results will become so loud, so undeniable, that the world has to take notice. You let success make the noise. Your focus needs to be on showing up every single day. Doing the work, putting in the effort, improving little by little, incrementally, because success isn't a single event. It's a quiet, persistent journey built on discipline and dedication. It's mastering how to stay consistent. So keep going, keep showing up, keep putting in that quiet effort. And eventually, your small, consistent actions will lead to something truly extraordinary, something that speaks volumes without you ever having to say a word. This is the true power of patience, combined with relentless consistency. It's the foundation of any real self-improvement journey. It's the no-excuses approach to daily action. It's how you truly level up. Chapter 4, Mastering Emotional Independence. Let go of validation. Okay, let's talk about one of the biggest, most insidious obstacles on the path to silent success, the deep-seated need for validation. It's sneaky, right? So many people, without even realizing it, become dependent on external approval to feel motivated, to feel worthy, to feel like they're even on the right path. They crave the recognition, the praise, the constant reassurance from others. It's like needing permission to keep going. But here's the absolute truth. True, sustainable success demands emotional independence. It requires the ability to keep moving forward, to keep putting in the work, without needing permission, without needing constant applause, and without needing reassurance from other people. You need to be your own biggest cheerleader, your own source of fuel. Think about how the world conditions us from a really early age to seek approval. As kids, we look to our parents and teachers for praise. Did I do a good job? As teenagers, we desperately chase acceptance from our peers. Do I fit in? As adults, social media has blown this need for validation completely out of proportion. It's become so easy to measure our worth based on likes, comments, and follower counts. It's a constant external report card. But this kind of validation, it's fleeting, it's unreliable. And ultimately, it's a trap. Seriously, if your motivation, your confidence, your sense of worth is tied to external approval, you are handing over your power to other people. Your confidence will rise and fall based purely on how others perceive you at any given moment. That's a terrifying place to be. Letting go of validation means developing inner confidence. It means building a strong internal belief in yourself and your journey, even when no one else acknowledges your progress, even when there are no likes, no comments, no external pats on the back. It means believing in your work, in your path, even when there's zero immediate recognition. It's trusting your gut, your Vision, your effort. People who rely on external validation become dependent on it. It becomes a crutch. But those who truly master emotional independence, they become absolutely unstoppable. Why? Because their drive, their fuel, their engine comes from within, not from the fickle opinions of others, not from the external noise. It comes from a deep, internal well of purpose and self-belief. This is the essence of self-discipline rooted in inner strength. Imagine a sculptor again, working on a masterpiece. In the early stages, that block of stone looks rough, unformed. There's no applause, no admiration, just the quiet, painstaking effort. But the sculptor doesn't stop working just because no one is watching, right? Of course not. They continue chipping away, refining the details, patiently shaping their vision. Only after consistent, dedicated, silent effort does the masterpiece finally reveal itself. This is the very essence of emotional independence. Doing the work, not for the attention, but because you deeply believe in the process, in your vision, in the power of your effort. To truly achieve silent success, you absolutely must learn to detach yourself from both praise and criticism. Seriously. Praise can be incredibly addictive. It feels good. But criticism? If you let it, it can be absolutely paralyzing. If you allow either of these external forces to control you, you will forever be at the mercy of other people's opinions. The most successful individuals cultivate a mindset where neither flattery nor negativity significantly influences their actions. They stay centered, stay focused, unaffected by the external noise. They have that internal compass that keeps them on course. One of the most effective ways to build this crucial emotional independence is to develop a profound sense of self-awareness. Ask yourself honestly, am I doing this for myself, for my own growth, or primarily for approval from others? Would I still pursue this goal with the same intensity if absolutely no one ever knew about it? Does my motivation truly come from within, or am I constantly waiting for some external validation to keep me going? When you genuinely free yourself from the need for external validation, you gain something incredibly valuable: true freedom. You stop wasting time and energy trying to prove yourself to other people, and instead you start channeling all that energy into becoming the absolute best version of yourself. You no longer need permission from anyone to chase your dreams. You simply chase them. With quiet determination, success is not about how many people approve of your journey. It's not about likes, shares, or external pats on the back. It's about how much real, tangible progress you make in silence, driven by your own inner purpose and unwavering self-belief. The less you rely on external validation, the more powerful you become. Seriously, it's a direct correlation. Let go of the need for approval. Embrace emotional independence, and watch with quiet satisfaction how your silent, dedicated work transforms into absolutely undeniable success. This is a core principle of the law of attraction in action. Focusing on the internal state creates the external reality. It leads to genuine inner peace on your journey. Chapter 5. Let your results speak. The art of unspoken greatness. Okay. Let's talk about impact. In a world where people are constantly talking, tweeting, and posting about their goals, their plans, their ambitious dreams, there is something profoundly powerful, almost magnetic, about those individuals who choose to remain silent, who choose to simply let their results do the talking. The greatest achievers on the planet. They don't waste their time explaining what they intend to do. Nope. Their focus is solely on doing it. They don't seek validation through words or endless explanations. They prove their worth through action, pure, focused, relentless action. True greatness doesn't need to be announced. It doesn't need a press release. It reveals itself in undeniable, tangible results. It's the ultimate demonstration of silence speaks louder. Think about it. The habit of speaking too much about your aspirations. It often drains the very energy you need to actually achieve them. Seriously, every time you talk about your big plans, you release a little hit of that accomplishment feeling, even before you've taken meaningful action. This creates an illusion of progress that can actually weaken your real drive. It's like prematurely celebrating. When you choose to work in silence, you build that powerful momentum internally. It's an inner engine. Instead of sharing every single step of your journey, every tiny milestone, you stay focused. You stay disciplined. You stay absolutely committed to actual tangible progress. You're building a fortress of achievement from the inside out. One of the most effective ways to truly stand out in any field, it's not by talking about how successful you plan to be. It's by embodying success through your actions, by consistently producing excellent work. Think about the most respected individuals in any industry. They're not the ones constantly boasting about their work, are they? They're the ones who are consistently producing extraordinary results. Their impact is visible, not because they constantly announce it, but because their actions are so powerful that they simply cannot be ignored. It's the ultimate let success speak approach. There's immense strategic value in being underestimated. Seriously, when people don't know exactly what you're working on, they can't interfere. They can't inject their doubts. They can't sabotage your progress. Staying quiet about your efforts keeps you protected and intensely focused. It prevents unnecessary distractions and negativity from entering your orbit. It allows you to operate in a quiet, protected space where your only real competition is yourself. This mindset gives you a massive edge because while others are wasting time explaining themselves, you are busy executing. You are building. You are creating. Another huge benefit of simply letting your results speak is that it commands genuine, effortless respect. When people see undeniable real-world success, a thriving business, a masterful skill, a significant achievement, they naturally recognize it. You don't have to persuade them. You don't have to argue your worth. You don't have to desperately seek their approval. Real achievements, they are self-evident. They stand on their own. Think about the most influential individuals throughout history. They didn't beg for recognition. They didn't constantly demand attention. They built something so impactful, so groundbreaking, so valuable that the world simply couldn't ignore it. Their work demanded recognition. This powerful approach also applies directly to your personal growth. When you commit to self-improvement in silence, you don't have to convince others of your transformation. They will see it. They will see it in your increased discipline, in your more focused actions, in the quiet confidence with which you carry yourself. People who work hard in silence develop a profound sense of quiet confidence that is infinitely more powerful and authentic than empty words or constant boasting. Many people waste incredible amounts of energy trying to prove their worth, instead of actually increasing it. But true power, true influence, comes from consistent, quiet improvement, not constant explanation. The most successful athletes, entrepreneurs, and visionaries don't spend their time justifying their ambitions. They focus relentlessly on refining their skills, on perfecting their craft, on consistently delivering results. Their silence? It's not a sign of weakness. It's the calm, focused preparation before the undeniable storm of success. It's the hustle mindset in its purest form. To truly embrace this philosophy, you need to commit to the process of quiet execution. Resist the urge to explain your goals to absolutely everyone you meet. Instead, channel that energy, that focus, that drive directly into action. Measure your progress, not by how many people acknowledge your work, but by the depth of your own improvement. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and allow time, that great revealer, to show what words never could. The most powerful statement you can ever make? It's through your results. When your work truly speaks for itself, You never have to explain. You never have to defend. You never have to desperately seek recognition. You become someone who doesn't just talk about success. You embody it. You are living proof of the power of work hard in silence. It's the ultimate level up. Chapter 6. The Hidden Advantage. Why silent success is more powerful. Let's talk about the secret weapon of the truly successful: silence. In a world where everyone is shouting, where transparency is often seen as the ultimate virtue, there is an undeniable strategic advantage in working in silence. Seriously, in a landscape where people are so quick to share every single detail of their progress, and sometimes lack thereof, those who move quietly hold a unique kind of power. Think about it. They are not distracted by the endless stream of opinions. They are not slowed down by unnecessary attention or the pressure of performing for an audience. They are not weighed down by the expectations of others. They have a profound sense of freedom, the freedom to focus deeply, the ability to adapt and pivot without public scrutiny, and the essential space to grow without external interference. Silence is not just a personal choice, it is a strategic advantage. It's what often separates those who truly succeed from those who merely talk about it. It's the embodiment of low-key success and private success. One of the greatest dangers of sharing too much too soon. It's the open invitation for external influence. The moment you announce your plans, you invite opinions, both good and bad. Some people, maybe with good intentions, will doubt you. They might subtly discourage you before you even start. Others might admire your ambition, which feels good, but they unknowingly place pressure on you with their expectations. "Oh, you're doing that? That's amazing. Can't wait to see it." Either way, their words, their opinions, their expectations create mental noise, and that noise can seriously cloud your focus. When you work in silence, you effectively eliminate these distractions. You maintain complete sovereign control over your own journey. There's also a significant psychological advantage to staying quiet about your ambitions. When you tell others about your goals, especially big ones, your brain actually receives a small dose of satisfaction. It's like a little hit of dopamine, almost as if you've already accomplished something. This false sense of progress can weirdly weaken your actual motivation to do the hard work required. On the other hand, when you keep your ambitions to yourself, you maintain an internal drive, an internal tension that fuels consistent, focused action. The less you talk, the more energy you conserve for actual, meaningful execution. It's a simple, powerful principle, another hidden advantage of silent success, the element of surprise. When people don't know exactly what you're working on, they can't anticipate your next move, they can't criticize what they don't see, and they can't easily compete with what they don't expect. This makes you incredibly unpredictable, giving you a significant upper hand in any field. Many of the most successful individuals and businesses operate this way. They stay quiet, work intensely on their innovations or strategies, make major moves behind the scenes, and then reveal their success only when it is undeniable. It's a powerful, strategic play. Moving in silence also acts as a shield, protecting you from unnecessary resistance. Let's be real, when people see you working towards something significant, something great, some will support you, which is awesome, but others will feel threatened. It's an unfortunate truth that not everyone wants to see you succeed. Some may actively try to discourage you, while others may attempt to subtly, or not so subtly, sabotage your efforts. By keeping your progress private, you effectively shield yourself from this negativity. You create a protected space where you can work in peace, free from the interference of those who might wish you weren't leveling up. A major key to thriving in silent success is cultivating robust self-discipline. Without external validation or the pressure of an audience, it is 100% up to you to stay motivated. This requires a strong internal compass, a mindset that isn't seeking approval, but instead finds deep fulfillment and satisfaction in the progress itself. When you are truly self-driven, your success is no longer dependent on external recognition. You work hard not because others are watching, but because you refuse to settle for anything less than your absolute best. It's the foundation of a true, no-excuses mindset. The world ultimately rewards results, not promises. The more you talk about what you plan to do, the more you risk being perceived as someone who only speaks but never delivers. The most respected individuals in any field, they simply let their achievements make the noise. When you consciously commit to silent success, you develop a powerful aura, one that commands respect, not through loud words or constant self-promotion, but through the undeniable proof of your capabilities. Silent success isn't just about avoiding distractions. It is about mastering control over your own destiny. It allows you the freedom to move quickly, to make mistakes without public judgment, and to build something truly meaningful and substantial without the crippling pressure of public scrutiny. Those who truly understand this principle don't waste a single second explaining themselves. They simply work, they execute, and they let their results speak for them. By embracing the strategic power of silence, you gain an advantage that most people will never understand. But it is an advantage that will absolutely set you apart in ways that words never could. It's how you build that quiet confidence and achieve something truly impactful. It's the ultimate stay-focused strategy. Chapter 7. The Legacy of Quiet Mastery. Success without seeking attention. Let's talk about what true success really means. It's not, and has never been, primarily measured by how many people know your name, or how many followers you have on social media, or the amount of attention you can generate. No, true success is measured by the genuine impact you create, the level of mastery you develop in your craft, and the lasting legacy you leave behind. Think about the greatest achievements in human history. Were they built on noise and self-promotion? Rarely. They were built on quiet dedication, on relentless effort, on an unshakable commitment to excellence. Those who truly understand the power of quiet mastery know that real, meaningful success doesn't come from desperately seeking recognition. It comes from becoming the kind of person who simply doesn't need it. Their internal validation is enough. The modern world, let's be honest, actively encourages people to seek attention for every single victory, no matter how small. Social media has essentially turned personal growth into a constant performance. People feel this intense pressure to announce every step they take, to curate an image of constant success. Look at me, I'm doing the thing. But true masters in any field, they know that greatness isn't about visibility. It's about skill. It's about discipline. It's about unwavering resilience. The most powerful people in any industry are not the ones who are constantly talking about what they are doing. They are the ones who are quietly building, creating, innovating, and perfecting their craft behind the scenes. They are the quiet force. There is something profoundly powerful, almost magnetic, about individuals who don't crave attention, yet achieve absolutely extraordinary things. These are the people who don't need applause to validate their work. They don't depend on external praise to fuel their motivation. Instead, they find deep fulfillment in the work itself, in the process, in the challenge. They take immense pride in their progress, in their development, knowing that true success isn't something that needs to be constantly displayed. It's something that simply speaks for itself when the time is right. It's the epitome of let success speak. One of the most valuable aspects of quiet mastery is the ability to control your own narrative. When you are not constantly sharing your goals and your progress, you protect yourself from unnecessary expectations and external pressure. You allow yourself the absolute freedom to grow at your own pace, to make mistakes in private, learn from them, and refine your skills without the fear of public judgment. This creates a protected, fertile environment where you can focus 100% on improvement rather than performance. It's a strategic choice for deeper self-growth. There is also a much deeper sense of personal fulfillment that comes with silent success. Many people chase recognition, genuinely believing that external validation will somehow bring them happiness. But the truth, the quiet truth, is that the most rewarding accomplishments are the ones that are deeply personal. The achievements that no one else even needs to see to be meaningful to you. When you stop desperately seeking approval and start focusing on genuine, authentic self-improvement, you discover a level of satisfaction that simply cannot be given by others. It has to come from within. It's the discovery of true inner peace on your journey. Think about the most influential individuals throughout history. They didn't waste time trying to prove themselves with empty words. They allowed their actions, their innovations, their creations, and their impact to define them. Scientists, inventors, artists, thinkers who changed the world did so not because they craved attention, but because they were relentlessly committed to mastery. Their legacy wasn't built on self-promotion. It was built on undeniable excellence. Another crucial advantage of quiet mastery is resilience. When you are not relying on external validation, you are not easily shaken by criticism, nor are you dependent on constant praise. Your drive comes from an unshakable internal source, and that internal strength allows you to remain focused even in the face of significant obstacles. This level of independence gives you the mental fortitude to push forward even when no one else understands or believes in your vision. It's how you build that unshakable mindset. Many people who seek recognition too early in their journey become trapped by the expectations they create. They become more focused on maintaining a carefully curated image than on actually improving themselves. But those who are committed to silent growth, they are free to evolve, to adapt, and to continuously refine their abilities. They are not bound by the need to prove anything to anyone. They are driven by a deeper purpose. The legacy of quiet mastery is built gradually over time. It's not something that is announced loudly from the rooftops. It's something that becomes undeniable through consistent, impactful action. The greatest rewards in life come not from trying desperately to be seen, but from committing to something greater than recognition itself. Those who focus on their work, who embrace the process, and who dedicate themselves fully to their craft will find that in the end, success doesn't need to be loud. It only needs to be real. Master the art of silent success. Cultivate that quiet mastery, and you won't just achieve greatness. You will embody it. You will become living proof of the power of dedicated, unseen effort. It's a path to genuine self-transformation and leaving a mark that truly matters. Chapter 8. The Unshakable Mindset. Becoming unstoppable through silent success. Okay, let's get to the core, the absolute foundation, the most powerful element of silent success. Mastering the unshakable mindset. Seriously, while strategy, discipline and consistent action are incredibly essential, none of them matter without the right mental foundation. The most successful people aren't just those who work in silence. They are those who cultivate an inner strength, a mental resilience, so powerful that no obstacle, no criticism, no failure can possibly break them. Silent success is not just about working without seeking attention. It is about developing the kind of mental toughness, the kind of resilience that makes success almost inevitable. It's about building that internal fortress that can withstand any storm. It's the ultimate mind power at play. At the absolute core of an unshakable mindset is the ability to trust the process. Period. So many people give up far too soon because they expect immediate results. They plant the seed and expect a fully grown tree tomorrow. When progress is slow, when it feels invisible, they start doubting themselves. They start looking for shortcuts. Or they desperately seek validation from others to stay motivated. But those who truly master silent success, they understand that real meaningful achievement is built over time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. They don't rush the process. They don't seek quick wins or temporary fixes. They commit to the long journey, absolutely knowing that patience and consistency, combined with dedicated effort, will eventually lead them to extraordinary results. They trust the quiet grind, one of the greatest mental traps that hold people back, the pervasive fear of failure. And often, this fear stems directly from worrying about what others will think. Many people hesitate to take risks, to try new things, to step outside their comfort zone, because they are terrified of looking foolish or being judged by others. But when you truly embrace silent success, you begin to free yourself from these crippling fears. You start to realize that failure isn't a catastrophic end. It's just a necessary part of the growth process. And because you are not constantly broadcasting your every step, you have the freedom to experiment, to learn from your mistakes, and to improve without the intense pressure of outside judgment. It's a safe space for learning and evolution. Another key element of an unshakable mindset is the ability to detach from emotions that do not serve your goals. Let's be real, our emotions are powerful, but they can also be incredibly volatile. Many people allow setbacks, criticism, or even just temporary lack of motivation to dictate their actions. They feel discouraged, so they stop. They feel frustrated, so they quit. But true silent achievers know that emotions come and go. They are temporary visitors. And they absolutely do not let momentary feelings control their long-term vision. They don't allow self-doubt, frustration, or external negativity to derail them. Instead, they stay disciplined. They treat success as a process, a series of actions, rather than a purely emotional experience. They develop emotional resilience. A person with an unshakable mindset also deeply understands the power of self-reliance. Many people depend heavily on external motivation to keep them going. They need encouragement, reminders, or accountability partners to stay on track. But those who work in silence develop the incredible ability to push themselves without needing external pressure. They wake up at dawn and do the work, not because someone is watching or telling them to, but because they are committed to their own incredibly high standards. This kind of self-discipline, this is what truly separates those who merely dream of success from those who actually achieve it. It's the engine that runs on internal fuel. The most unstoppable individuals also recognize the critical importance of their environment. They fiercely protect their time, their energy, and their mental space by surrounding themselves with things and people that actively support their growth and their goals. They don't engage in meaningless conversations. They don't waste energy on unnecessary drama. They don't allow distractions to pull them away from their objectives. Instead, they actively create an environment of deep focus, cutting out anything that does not directly contribute to their silent success. They are curators of their own productivity and peace. One of the biggest advantages of silent success is precisely this. It allows you to build quietly, steadily, without constant interference. When you do not seek attention for every single step of your journey, you remain wonderfully unpredictable. People cannot judge what they do not see. They cannot discourage what they do not know. This grants you the freedom to move with incredible agility, adjusting your strategy, refining your skills, and making progress without unnecessary resistance or noise. It's a strategic advantage. An unshakable mindset also requires a deep, honest sense of self-awareness. Why are you even chasing success? Many people chase success without truly understanding why they want it. They follow trends, seek money or fame because they think that's what success looks like, but they lack a true, personal connection to their goals. However, those who succeed in silence, they have a clear, deeply personal reason for what they do. Their motivation isn't external. It comes from a powerful, internal source. They are not chasing a lifestyle to impress others. They are building something that is profoundly aligned with their deepest values and their most authentic ambitions. Silent success is about developing an identity of excellence. It's not just about achieving goals. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts success through your discipline, your focus, and your dedication. When you consistently work hard without needing validation, when you cultivate powerful self-discipline, and when you commit to your craft with quiet, unwavering dedication, success stops being something you have to chase. It becomes something you embody. It becomes a natural extension of who you are. By truly mastering an unshakable mindset, you become literally unstoppable. You do not rely on fleeting motivation. You do not rely on external approval. You do not rely on perfect circumstances. You simply wake up, put in the work, and trust with absolute certainty that success will follow. You don't need to prove anything to anyone else. You let your actions and your results be the loudest statement you make. This is the ultimate power, the ultimate freedom. It's having complete control over your own destiny. It's the culmination of focus on yourself and dedicated effort. It's unlocking your full mind power. Chapter 9. The Power of Patience. Trusting the process in silence. Okay, let's talk about the timeline of success. Here's a hard truth. Success is rarely, if ever, instant. It's not something that happens overnight, like winning the lottery, though even lottery winners often face challenges, and it certainly doesn't follow a perfectly predictable, linear timeline, no matter how much we might wish it did. The biggest, most common mistake people make is expecting quick results. They get hyped, start something new, put in some effort, and then get severely discouraged when things don't happen as fast as they hoped or as fast as they see, or think they see, others achieving things. But true success, lasting, meaningful, deeply satisfying success that belongs to those who deeply understand and embrace the incredible power of patience. Those who are willing to trust the process even when it's slow. Those who stay consistent day in and day out, and those who allow time to do its essential compounding work. Those are the ones who ultimately achieve greatness. The modern world has completely conditioned us to expect everything instantly. We live in an on-demand culture. With social media, we are constantly exposed to the highlight reels of other people's success. We see the awards, the achievements, the celebrations. But what we rarely, if ever, see are the years of hard work, the sacrifices, the quiet struggles, the countless setbacks that led to those moments. This creates a completely false belief that success should arrive quickly, almost effortlessly. And when it doesn't, when the reality of the grind sets in, many people lose hope and give up way too soon. But those who genuinely embrace silent success, they know that the most powerful transformative changes happen gradually, incrementally, not instantly. They are willing to work in the dark, to put in the unseen effort, absolutely trusting that their consistent efforts will pay off in due time. They understand that planting the seed is just the first step. The real work is nurturing it patiently. Patience is one of the most underrated yet essential traits of high achievers. It allows you to stay focused on the long game, rather than getting easily distracted or discouraged by temporary setbacks or slow progress. When you cultivate patience, you develop immense resilience. You become someone who doesn't panic when things take longer than expected. Instead of quitting when progress feels painstakingly slow, you keep going. Instead of doubting yourself and your efforts, you double down and trust the process. Instead of desperately looking for shortcuts, you embrace the full, often challenging journey. The power of patience is especially critical when you are developing new skills or striving for mastery in any field. Many people want to become an expert overnight, but true mastery takes years, years of quiet, consistent effort. Whether you are learning a musical instrument, building a complex business, improving your physical fitness, or developing your mental strength, real growth happens in the small, often unseen moments of dedication, practice, and learning. The greatest athletes, artists, scientists, and entrepreneurs in history didn't rush their process. They spent years refining their craft, failing, learning, adapting, and improving, often in quiet obscurity. One of the greatest benefits of patience is that it helps prevent burnout. When people expect quick results, they often push themselves too hard, too fast, too soon. They try to sprint a marathon, and they end up exhausted, discouraged, and completely burned out before they even reach their goal. But those who pace themselves, who understand that success is a marathon and not a sprint, are the ones who can sustain their progress for the long term. They don't chase quick wins. They build a solid foundation that can withstand challenges, setbacks, and the inevitable dips in motivation. Another critical aspect of patience is deeply understanding that failure is not a sign to quit. It is a fundamental, necessary part of the journey. Many people view failure as proof that they are not good enough or that they should give up. But in reality, every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and adapt. And every challenge, no matter how difficult, is a stepping stone toward growth. Those who practice silent success don't announce their failures to the world or dwell on them publicly. Instead, they learn from them privately, adjust their approach, and quietly keep moving forward. This is the core of how to achieve success through resilience. There is a reason why some of the most successful people are also the most patient. They understand that timing matters. Just because something isn't happening right now doesn't mean it will never happen. They don't waste energy worrying about when their success will come. They simply keep working, keep improving, keep refining, and trust that their moment will arrive when they are truly ready for it. They have faith in the unfolding of the process. Patience also teaches humility. It reminds you that success isn't about forcing things to happen strictly on your schedule, but about allowing things to unfold as they should, based on your consistent effort and preparation. When you develop patience, you stop comparing your timeline to everyone else's. You stop rushing your progress just to prove something to the world. You focus on your own path, your own pace, knowing that the journey itself is just as important, if not more important, than the final destination. It's a path to finding inner peace in the process. The greatest things in life, deep personal growth, meaningful accomplishments, and lasting success, cannot be rushed. They require time, discipline, and unwavering belief in the process. Those who understand this don't waste time chasing instant results or seeking approval for every single step they take. They work quietly, they stay consistent, and they trust that their dedicated efforts will be rewarded when the time is right. Patience is not passive. It is a form of active strength. It is the quiet determination to keep moving forward, even when there are no immediate signs of success. It is the ability to delay gratification, to resist the urge for immediate recognition, and to stay committed to your vision, no matter how long it takes. When you master patience, you unlock one of the most powerful tools for success, because those who are willing to wait, to work, and to grow in silence are the ones who will eventually, undeniably, rise above the rest. It's the quiet power, of persistence. It's the real hustle mindset, not about speed but about endurance and focus. Chapter 10. The Ultimate Reward. Building a Life of Quiet Fulfillment. Okay, let's talk about the payoff. The real reward of silent success. It's not just about accumulating wealth, achieving a certain status, or gaining widespread recognition. While those things might happen, the greatest reward is something far more profound, far more lasting. It's the deep, quiet sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing with absolute certainty that you built something real, something substantial, something lasting, and you did it on your own terms without needing the constant approval or validation of others. When you consciously choose to work in silence, to focus relentlessly on your craft, and to grow without seeking external validation, you create a life that is truly, authentically your own. A life that is not dictated by external pressures, by fleeting trends, or by the expectations of society. Instead, it is a life built on your own values, your own purpose, and your own inner drive. This is the essence of focus on yourself, leading to genuine satisfaction. Most people chase success for, let's be honest, often the wrong reasons. They want to be seen as successful rather than actually becoming successful. They crave the admiration, the applause, rather than the deep satisfaction of mastery. They seek attention rather than excellence. But true fulfillment, it doesn't come from applause. It comes from the deep, quiet satisfaction of knowing that you put in the work, that you developed the skills, that you overcame the obstacles, and that you achieved your goals on your own terms, driven by your internal compass. When you truly embrace silent success, you free yourself from that suffocating need to impress others. You no longer feel that relentless pressure to constantly prove yourself or seek approval for every single step you take. Instead, you operate with a quiet, grounded confidence, knowing that your success is real, it's authentic, it was built through genuine discipline, unwavering effort, and consistent action, not just empty words or public displays. This kind of fulfillment is incredibly rare in today's world, where so many people measure their worth based purely on external validation. But those who master the art of silent success know that the deepest, most meaningful rewards are always internal. They reside within you. Another beautiful benefit of low-key success, it's the ability to genuinely enjoy your achievements without distraction. Many people spend so much time and energy chasing recognition, curating their online image, and worrying about how others perceive them, that they never actually take a moment to truly appreciate what they have accomplished. They are already on to the next thing, chasing the next hit of external validation. But when you stop worrying about how others perceive you and start focusing on what truly matters to you, you gain a sense of peace that is absolutely priceless. You are no longer driven by competition, comparison, or insecurity. You are driven by the simple, profound joy of doing what you love and doing it exceptionally well. It's about finding joy in the process itself. This approach to success also unlocks greater personal freedom. When you are not constantly seeking validation, you make decisions based on what is best for you, for your growth, for your vision, not based on what will impress others. You have the freedom to take calculated risks, to make mistakes, and learn from them privately, and to explore new opportunities without the crippling fear of judgment. You are in complete control of your own journey, rather than letting external influences or expectations dictate your path. There is also a certain subtle power in being underestimated. As we discussed earlier, when people do not know the full extent of what you are working on, they cannot easily interfere, copy, or sabotage your progress. This gives you a strategic advantage, allowing you to move intelligently, build quietly, and potentially surprise the world when the time is truly right. Many of the most successful individuals in history followed this path. They didn't seek the spotlight until their success was so undeniable, so impactful, that it demanded attention. Another key aspect of true fulfillment is the ability to give back. When you have built success in silence, through your own dedicated effort, you're in a powerful position to help others, often without needing or seeking recognition for it. True generosity isn't about being praised for your actions. It's about making a meaningful impact in the lives of others. Whether it's through mentorship, creating opportunities for others, contributing quietly to causes you believe in, or simply setting an example of what is possible through hard work and dedication. Silent success allows you to leave a legacy that is far greater and far more meaningful than any public recognition could ever provide. It's about a ripple effect of positive change. One of the most profound realizations that comes with embracing silent success is a deeper understanding that the journey itself is just as important, if not more important, than the final destination. Many people spend their entire lives chasing an illusion of success, believing that once they reach a certain level of wealth, status, or achievement, they will finally be happy. But those who truly, deeply understand success know that fulfillment doesn't primarily come from external rewards. It comes from the process of growth, from the relentless pursuit of excellence, from the deep, quiet satisfaction of knowing that you gave your absolute best effort every single step of the way. When you master the art of silent success, you no longer feel that desperate need to rush. You understand that true, lasting success isn't about how fast you get there, but about how well you build something that endures. You embrace patience, discipline, and resilience, knowing that your work, your dedicated effort, will ultimately speak for itself when the time is right. The greatest reward of working in silence is not just the success you achieve. It is the person you become in the process. It is the wisdom, the strength, the unwavering confidence that come from building something real, something authentic from the ground up. It is the ability to live life on your own terms, free from the need for approval or validation. It is the quiet, unshakable fulfillment of knowing that you have done the work, stayed true to yourself, and created a life of genuine meaning and purpose. Silent success is not just a strategy, it is a way of life. Those who embrace it don't just achieve their goals, they transcend them. They don't just build success, they build legacies. And in the end, they don't just make noise, they make history. They embody the power of focus on yourself and letting the results roar. Chapter 11, The Art of Self-Reliance, Becoming Your Own Source of Strength. All right, let's dig into another absolutely critical component of silent success, developing a deep, unwavering sense of self-reliance. This is huge. The most successful people in literally any field aren't dependent on external motivation, validation, or constant support from others. They operate with an internal drive, a powerful inner engine that cannot be easily shaken by setbacks, criticism, or a lack of immediate recognition. When you become truly self-reliant, you unlock a level of freedom and power that most people will honestly never experience. You no longer wait for opportunities to be handed to you. You actively create them. You no longer rely on external approval to move forward. You trust yourself and your own judgment. You no longer need bursts of motivation to get going. You have consistent, unwavering discipline. It's about becoming your own source of strength, your own fuel, your own guide. This is the core of how to achieve success from within. One of the biggest obstacles that holds people back. Dependency. Many people unconsciously rely on others for encouragement, for guidance, or even for permission to pursue their goals. They wait for someone else to validate their ideas, to support their ambitions, or to give them the push they think they need. But those who achieve genuine greatness understand this fundamental truth. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success on a silver platter. You must take full, complete responsibility for your own journey. Regardless of whether anyone else understands or believes in you, it's a tough but necessary realization. Self-reliance begins with taking ownership of your actions. It means refusing to blame circumstances, other people, or external forces for your struggles or setbacks. When you stop making excuses and start holding yourself accountable, you gain immense control over your destiny. You stop waiting for the perfect conditions to begin, and you start working with what you have right now. You understand that success isn't about luck. It's about relentless effort, unwavering discipline, and the willingness to adapt and learn. It's the ultimate no excuses approach. One of the greatest advantages of self-reliance is that it makes you, quite frankly, unstoppable. When you no longer depend on outside motivation to keep you going, you develop a mindset that allows you to push through even when things are incredibly difficult. Many people only work hard when they feel inspired or excited, but those who succeed at the highest levels do the work whether they feel like it or not. They understand that discipline is more important than motivation. Motivation is a fleeting feeling. Discipline is a consistent action. There is a quiet, profound strength in being able to truly rely on yourself. When you know deep down that you can handle challenges, that you can solve problems, and that you can push forward without needing reassurance from others, you become mentally unbreakable. Life will always throw obstacles in your path. That's guaranteed. But when you have built the ability to stand on your own, to rely on your own inner resources, nothing can truly stop you for long. You might get knocked down, and you will, but you will never stay down. You'll bounce back because your strength comes from within. Another key aspect of self-reliance is learning how to genuinely trust yourself. Many people second-guess their decisions endlessly because they are too focused on seeking approval from others. They hesitate, overthink, and delay their actions because they are afraid of making mistakes or of being wrong. But those who are truly self-reliant understand that mistakes are not failures. They are essential parts of the growth process. They don't need constant reassurance because they have learned to trust their own judgment, their own intuition, and their own ability to learn from experience. They take action, learn from the results, and adjust as they go. One of the most powerful lessons in self-reliance is understanding that you are your own greatest investment. Seriously, many people spend years working for someone else's dream, sacrificing their time, energy, and potential to build someone else's vision. But those who truly succeed recognize that their skills, their knowledge, and their personal growth are their most valuable assets. They prioritize learning, self-improvement, and mastery above all else. They don't wait for others to provide opportunities. They create their own. They invest in themselves because they know that is where the real return lies. Another crucial part of self-reliance is cultivating emotional independence. Many people allow their emotions to completely control them. They feel discouraged when others don't support them. They lose motivation when they don't receive recognition. They quit when things get hard. But true self-reliance means developing incredible emotional resilience. It means staying focused on your mission, on your goals, regardless of external circumstances. It means keeping your emotions in check and refusing to let temporary feelings dictate your long-term decisions. You feel the emotion, acknowledge it, and then choose to act in alignment with your goals anyway. There is also a deep sense of freedom that comes with self-reliance. When you no longer need approval, support, or constant reassurance from others, you move through life with a quiet, powerful confidence. You stop explaining yourself to people who don't understand your vision, and trust me, many won't. You stop trying to prove anything to anyone. You focus purely on progress, on growth, and on execution. You are the master of your own ship. The Journey of self-reliance is not easy. It requires discipline, patience, and a willingness to embrace discomfort. It means learning to stand alone at times, to push through challenges when you feel like giving up, and to trust deeply that your work will pay off in time. But those who master this art find that they no longer fear failure, rejection, or uncertainty in the same way. They become the kind of people who succeed not because they were given the right conditions, but because they created them through sheer will and focused effort. When you become truly self-reliant, you no longer seek success. You embody it. You become a force of nature, moving forward with quiet determination and unstoppable momentum. You don't need validation, attention, or external motivation. You have something far more powerful, complete, authentic control over your own destiny. This is the ultimate manifestation of mind power directed inward. It's the foundation of true self-growth and lasting inner peace. Chapter 12. The power of inner focus, directing your energy where it truly matters. All right, let's talk about how the absolute greatest achievers operate. They aren't the ones who chase every shiny opportunity that crosses their path. They don't respond to every single distraction that pops up. And they certainly don't seek approval from every single person they meet. Nope. The differentiating factor? They have mastered the incredibly valuable art of inner focus. They have learned, through conscious effort and discipline, to direct their precious energy, their attention, and their time toward what truly, genuinely matters, while effectively shutting out the endless noise of the world. Here's a fundamental truth. Success is not about doing everything. It's not about being busy just for the sake of being busy. It is about doing the right things, the essential things, and doing them with intense dedication, unwavering discipline, and crystal clear clarity. Those who develop this ability to focus their energy powerfully become, quite simply, unstoppable. Inner focus begins with a deep understanding of what is truly important to you, not what others think is important. Not what society tells you is important, what matters to your core values, your long-term vision, your deepest aspirations. Many people waste incredible amounts of their energy on things that contribute absolutely nothing to their real growth or their significant goals. They get into endless arguments online. They spend hours trying to prove their worth to people who don't matter. They get caught up in meaningless activities that drain their time and energy. They spread themselves thin, trying to be everything to everyone, instead of channeling their energy into the specific actions that will actually bring them closer to their goals. But those who truly master silent success, they know that the absolute key to accelerating progress is eliminating distractions and concentrating fully, intensely on their mission. They prune away the non-essentials. One of the most powerful ways to develop this crucial inner focus is to set incredibly clear priorities. Instead of trying to juggle multiple goals at once and inevitably doing none of them well, successful individuals identify the one or two things that will bring them the highest return on their effort, and they devote themselves fully to those. They don't waste time on activities that do not directly align with their long-term vision. Every decision they make is intentional, every action is purposeful, and every moment of their focused time is used wisely. It's strategic living. A major obstacle to cultivating strong inner focus is external influence. The world is absolutely full of opinions. People who think they know what's best for you, who criticize your decisions, often without understanding your context, who try to impose their own limitations onto you. Many people, unfortunately, allow these external voices to distract them, causing them to doubt their own path and constantly adjust their actions based on what others think or say. But those who are masters of their focus understand that their journey is uniquely their own. They do not let the doubts, the negativity, or the expectations of others dictate their decisions or their direction. They move forward with quiet confidence, trusting in their own process and their own judgment. They build that internal resilience. Another critically important element of inner focus is controlling your thoughts. Seriously, the mind is constantly bombarded with distractions, self-doubt, worry, comparison, fear of failure, endless what-if scenarios. If left unchecked, these unhelpful thoughts can drain your energy, lower your motivation, and cause you to hesitate or freeze. But those who succeed in silence learn to train their minds. They actively replace doubt with discipline. They replace fear with action. They replace comparison with focused self-improvement. They don't waste time agonizing over what if. They focus on what is squarely within their control and take decisive action. This is where mind power truly comes into play. Time management is also an essential aspect of mastering inner focus. Many people claim they don't have enough time to pursue their goals. But the truth, the often uncomfortable truth, is that they don't use their time wisely. They allow distractions to steal their attention. They allow procrastination to delay their progress, and they allow unnecessary activities to consume their valuable hours. But those who truly understand silent success guard their time fiercely, treating it like their most valuable asset. They structure their day with intention, eliminating distractions and dedicating themselves fully to deep, meaningful work during focused blocks of time. One of the most effective ways to strengthen inner focus is through embracing solitude. In a world filled with constant noise and connection, taking deliberate time to be alone with your thoughts allows you to reconnect with your vision, reflect honestly on your progress, and refine your strategy without external input. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history, the most profound insights, have come from moments of deep solitude where individuals stepped away from the world to simply think, create, and innovate. Those who embrace silence not just as a state of being, but as a tool for focus, find that they gain immense clarity, enhanced creativity, and a powerful, renewed energy to push forward. A critical part of directing your energy wisely is learning the incredibly powerful art of saying no. Many people struggle with this. They feel obligated to say yes to every request, every invitation, every opportunity that comes their way, even if it takes them completely away from their own goals and priorities. But those who succeed in silence deeply understand that saying no to distractions, to time wasters, to things that don't align with their vision, is actually saying yes to their own progress. They do not allow themselves to be pulled in 100 different directions. They fiercely protect their focus, their energy, and their time, ensuring that everything they do serves their greater purpose. Another major benefit of cultivating inner focus is that it inevitably leads to mastery. When you concentrate deeply, intensely on your craft, rather than scattering your attention across countless different things, you develop expertise at a level that others simply cannot match. The most successful individuals in any field did not achieve greatness by dabbling in many things. They committed themselves to mastering one or maybe a few core things at a time, refining their skills through years of focused, dedicated effort. Silent success is built through this kind of deep, intentional commitment. Finally, inner focus also gives you powerful emotional control. Many people are reactive. They allow external circumstances or the opinions of others to dictate their emotions, constantly shifting their mood based on what happens around them. But those who master their focus develop an unshakable calm. They do not let criticism, setbacks, or external events throw them off balance. They remain steady, centered, focused, and composed no matter what storms are raging around them. They are the eye of their own hurricane. Mastering the power of inner focus is about taking complete control of your mind, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. It is about consciously eliminating distractions, shutting out unnecessary noise, and committing yourself fully, intensely to what matters most to you. Those who cultivate this essential skill become unstoppable, not because they are the loudest, the most recognized, or the most followed, but because they are the most disciplined, the most dedicated, and the most focused. Silent success is built on the solid foundation of inner focus. Those who learn to direct their energy wisely, remove the constant stream of distractions, and commit fully to their goals will achieve results that literally speak for themselves. The world may not notice their efforts at first. They may not get instant validation, but in the end, their mastery, their discipline, and their undeniable success will become impossible to ignore. This is the true power of directed energy. It's how you build profound mind power and ensure your hard work pays off. Chapter 13, The Resilience of the Silent Achiever, Thriving in the Face of Adversity. Okay, let's get real. The path to silent success, or any significant success for that matter, is never going to be smooth. It's not a gentle stroll downhill. Nope. It's going to have bumps, it's going to have detours, it's going to have sheer cliffs you have to climb. There will always be obstacles, disappointments, setbacks, and moments of intense struggle. That's not a possibility, it's a guarantee. This is where no pain, no gain really applies. But here's the difference maker. Those who work in silence, those who are deeply committed to their journey without constantly seeking external validation, they develop a unique, incredibly powerful kind of toughness, a deep internal resilience. They don't crumble under pressure. They don't fall apart when things get hard. They don't let adversity defeat them. In fact, they often thrive in it. They use it as fuel. Resilience begins with the fundamental ability to endure hardship without losing momentum. Many people, when faced with the first sign of difficulty, the first setback, the first moment of doubt, give up. They believe that challenges mean they are on the wrong path, that it's a sign they shouldn't continue. But those who truly succeed understand that adversity is not a reason to quit. It is a test of their commitment, their resolve, their belief in their goal. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger. Every failure is a lesson in disguise, and every moment of struggle is building the essential foundation for future success. It's forging that unshakable mindset. One of the most important traits of truly resilient individuals is their ability to adapt. Life is unpredictable. Things rarely, if ever, go exactly as planned. Many people get frustrated, angry, or discouraged when their original strategy doesn't work or when unexpected problems arise. But those who are truly successful remain flexible. They are agile. They don't waste time complaining about what went wrong or dwelling on the unfairness of it all. They adjust. They recalibrate. They pivot. And they keep moving forward. Their ability to shift direction without losing focus or drive is what truly separates them from the rest. A major reason why silent achievers develop such incredible resilience is precisely because they are not dependent on external encouragement. As we've discussed, many people rely on motivation or praise from others to keep going. But what happens when that external support disappears? What happens when the cheers fade or the criticism starts? Those who succeed in silence have trained themselves to push forward regardless of whether anyone is watching, supporting, or praising them. Their drive comes from an internal source, making them far more resilient than those who need external reinforcement to stay on track. They are their own engine. Handling criticism and rejection is another absolutely crucial aspect of resilience. Many people have a deep-seated fear of failure because they are terrified of what others will think of them. They avoid taking risks. They play it safe. They stay firmly within their comfort zones to avoid the possibility of judgment or ridicule. But silent achievers are different. They understand that criticism is simply a part of the process, a form of feedback, even if it's harsh. And that rejection is often just redirection, a sign that there's a different, potentially better path forward. They do not take negative feedback personally. Instead, they use it as fuel to refine their approach, to improve their skills, and to come back stronger. Another key to resilience is developing powerful emotional discipline. Many people allow their emotions to completely control their actions. They get easily discouraged when things don't go their way. They become overwhelmed by setbacks. They lose confidence after small failures. But those who are truly successful understand that emotions are temporary, while discipline is permanent. They don't allow a momentary feeling of frustration or disappointment to dictate their long-term actions. Instead, they develop the ability to stay calm, focused, and committed, regardless of the emotional circumstances. They feel the emotion, acknowledge it, and then choose to act in alignment with their goals anyway. Resilience also means actively embracing discomfort. Let's be honest, growth is never comfortable. It requires pushing past limitations, stepping into the unknown, and facing fears head-on. Many people actively avoid discomfort, choosing the easy path because it feels safer. But silent achievers actively seek out challenges and difficult situations because they know intuitively that true strength, true resilience, is built in those moments of difficulty. They don't shy away from the struggle. They embrace it as a necessary, essential part of the progress. It's the embodiment of no pain, no gain. One of the most powerful ways to develop deep resilience is to fundamentally shift your mindset about failure. As mentioned earlier, many people view failure as the opposite of success. But in reality, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a fundamental, integrated part of success. Every great innovator, every successful leader, every groundbreaking entrepreneur has faced multiple failures, often spectacular ones, before achieving success. What sets them apart is that they did not let those failures define them. Instead, they learned from them, adapted their approach, and kept moving forward with quiet determination. Silent achievers understand that failure is not an endpoint, it is simply a stepping stone on the path. Another advantage of resilience is that it creates mental toughness that extends beyond your goals. Life will always present unexpected challenges, loss, setbacks, uncertainty, difficult transitions. But those who have developed deep resilience do not break under pressure. They have trained their minds to remain steady, to navigate difficulties with composure, and to maintain their focus even in the most challenging conditions. Over time, this mental resilience becomes one of your greatest assets, allowing you to navigate obstacles in all areas of life with confidence and determination. It's building that robust mind power. Developing resilience also means knowing when to rest, but never knowing when to quit. Many people misunderstand resilience as the ability to simply never stop working, but in reality, true strength comes from knowing how to sustain long-term progress without burning out. Silent achievers do not run themselves into the ground. They pace themselves. They understand that recovery, reflection, and maintaining mental clarity are just as important as hard work. They know how to step back, recharge, and come back even stronger. Their resilience isn't about ignoring their limits. It's about understanding them and working intelligently within them for sustained effort. Resilient individuals also have a long-term vision that transcends immediate setbacks. Many people quit because they are too focused on short-term frustrations. They expect immediate success, and when it doesn't happen, they lose hope and abandon their efforts. But those who succeed in silence take a different approach. They see the bigger picture. They understand that true success is a marathon, not a sprint. They are willing to endure short-term struggles, setbacks, and moments of invisibility because they are intensely focused on the long-term reward, on the lasting impact, on the legacy they are building. Their vision pulls them forward. One of the final and perhaps most profound elements of resilience is the ability to keep faith in yourself, even when literally no one else does. There will be moments when others doubt you, when you face harsh criticism, when progress seems completely invisible and you question everything. But silent achievers do not rely on external validation or the belief of others to believe in themselves. They develop an unshakable self-trust, a deep inner knowing that keeps them moving forward even when the world does not recognize their efforts or their potential. Resilience is about refusing to give up, no matter how hard the road gets. It is about pushing forward when everything seems to be against you. It's about standing tall after every setback, dusting yourself off, and knowing that no failure is truly final unless you choose to stop. Those who succeed in silence are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who never stop trying, learning, and growing. When you develop true, deep resilience, you become absolutely unstoppable. You no longer fear failure because you know with certainty that you will learn from it and rise again. You no longer depend on fleeting motivation because you have cultivated unwavering discipline. You no longer rely on external approval because you have built rock-solid self-belief. And in the end, this unbreakable mindset, forged in the quiet, moments of struggle and perseverance, is what turns silent effort into undeniable success. It's the ultimate expression of stay focused, stay hungry, applied to overcoming challenges. Chapter 14, The Discipline of Daily Execution, Turning Effort into Excellence. Okay, let's talk about the engine room of silent success, the raw power of daily execution. This is where the rubber meets the road. As we've established, success isn't a single dramatic event. It's a collection of small, consistent actions, repeated over time. Many people dream of achieving greatness, and that's awesome. But far fewer are genuinely willing to commit to the mundane, often unglamorous daily discipline that is absolutely required to achieve it. Silent success is built on a solid, unshakable foundation of relentless execution. It's about putting in the work, day after day, week after week, month after month, without excuses, without allowing distractions to derail you, and critically, without needing constant recognition or applause for showing up. Those who master this fundamental discipline, they take their potential, their talent, their ideas, and they transform them into undeniable excellence, not through grand gestures or occasional bursts of effort, but through the quiet, steady consistency of their daily actions. This is the heart of hard work pays off, the single biggest reason most people never achieve their goals. It's inconsistency. They start strong, they're full of initial enthusiasm, they have great ideas and big plans, but as time goes on, the novelty wears off. They lose motivation, they get distracted by shiny new things, they get discouraged when results aren't immediate, or they become impatient with the process. But those who succeed in silence understand that results are not immediate gratification. They are the product of sustained, dedicated effort over time. They don't rely on motivation because they know motivation is a fickle friend. It comes and goes. Instead, they cultivate discipline, which is permanent and reliable. The true power of daily execution lies in the fundamental ability to show up and do the work, even when you really don't feel like it. Seriously, many people wait for the perfect moment to take action, when they feel inspired, when they have all the answers, when the stars align. But those who achieve true mastery know that waiting is a trap. There is no perfect time. There are no ideal circumstances. There is only the decision to begin, right now, with what you have, and the unwavering commitment to keep going. Silent. Achievers don't make excuses. They make progress. They understand that even small incremental improvements, when done consistently, lead to massive compounding success over time. It's the compound interest of effort. One of the biggest advantages of focusing intensely on execution rather than getting fixated on results is that it removes the immense pressure of expectations. Many people become completely overwhelmed by their goals because they focus too much on the distant outcome instead of the manageable process in front of them. They set ambitious targets, which is good, but then when they don't see immediate, dramatic progress, they become frustrated, discouraged, and give up. Silent achievers take a fundamentally different approach. They focus purely on the work itself. They trust deeply that if they execute consistently, if they show up and put in the effort every single day, the results will take care of themselves. The outcome becomes a natural byproduct of consistent action. To truly master the discipline of execution, you must learn to fiercely control your time and energy. Many people waste valuable hours on distractions, on procrastination, and on activities that do not contribute in any meaningful way to their long-term success. They allow social media, entertainment, and meaningless conversations to consume their focus and their time. But those who are truly committed to silent success treat their time like their most valuable asset. They structure their days with intention, eliminating distractions and dedicating themselves fully to deep, meaningful work during focused periods. They understand that every minute spent on distraction is a minute taken away from building their dream. Another critical component of daily execution is embracing the incredible power of small actions. Many people mistakenly believe that success requires massive, heroic breakthroughs, but the often overlooked truth, is that it is the small, seemingly insignificant habits, when done consistently, that create the greatest results. Every workout session adds up to a stronger, healthier body. Every book read leads to greater knowledge and a sharper mind. Every hour spent refining a skill compounds into mastery. Silent achievers recognize that success isn't about one dramatic single moment. It is about the slow, steady accumulation of disciplined effort over time. A major challenge in staying consistent with daily execution is overcoming boredom and monotony. Let's be real. The process of success is not always exciting. There will be days, many days, when progress feels invisible, when the work feels repetitive, when motivation is non-existent, when you feel like you're just going through the motions. But silent achievers do not let these moments derail them. They understand that mastery requires patience and that real success is built in the quiet, uneventful hours of practice, refinement, and persistence. They push through the boredom because they are committed to the outcome, not just the feeling. One of the most effective ways to ensure consistent daily execution is by creating systems and habits rather than relying solely on willpower. Many people fail because they depend too much on their ability to feel motivated or to push through with sheer willpower. But willpower is a finite resource. It fluctuates based on mood, circumstances, and energy levels. The most successful people remove this uncertainty by building strong habits and routines that make execution almost automatic. They set a consistent schedule. They create a structured environment that supports their work, and they actively remove obstacles that could interfere with their progress. They make it as easy as possible to do the right thing. Another key to staying disciplined in daily execution is developing a deep sense of personal accountability. Many people struggle to follow through on their commitments because they only feel accountable when others are watching or when there's an external deadline. But silent achievers hold themselves to an incredibly high standard, even when no one else is paying attention. They take deep pride in their work, not because they need recognition, but because they refuse to settle for mediocrity. They operate with integrity, knowing that true success is built on doing the right thing, putting in the effort, even when absolutely no one is looking. The difference between those who achieve significant success and those who don't. It's almost never about talent, intelligence, or even luck, though those can play a small part. It is almost always about consistency. Talent without discipline is wasted potential. Intelligence without execution is meaningless, and luck without preparation leads to nothing sustainable. The most successful people in any field are not necessarily the most gifted. They are the ones who are willing to do the work every single day, no matter what. They embrace the daily grind. Daily execution also builds powerful mental toughness. The more you push yourself to take action, to show up and do the work, the stronger your willpower becomes. You develop the ability to work effectively under pressure, to persist through challenges, and to maintain your focus even in difficult conditions. Over time, this mental resilience becomes one of your greatest assets, allowing you to navigate obstacles in all areas of life with confidence and unwavering determination. Silent success is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It is about making every moment count. It is about showing up, putting in the effort, and trusting the process, even when the results are not immediately visible. It is about understanding that progress is often slow, but discipline and consistent execution will always separate those who achieve success from those who only wish for it. True excellence is not achieved through occasional bursts of heroic effort. It is earned through daily, quiet, dedicated execution. It is not about how loudly you declare your goals to the world, but about how consistently you work hard toward them in silence. When you embrace the discipline of silent success, you no longer need constant motivation, external validation, or immediate rewards. You develop something far more powerful: the ability to succeed on your own terms through pure, focused, relentless action. This is the true power of turning effort into undeniable excellence. It's the ultimate hustle mindset translated into action. Chapter 15. The Legacy of Silent Success, Leaving a Mark Without Making Noise. Okay, let's wrap this up by talking about the ultimate impact. The footprint you leave on the world. The greatest impact in life is not made through loud declarations, attention-seeking actions, or constant self-promotion. Seriously, it is made through real results, through undeniable mastery, and through a legacy that simply speaks for itself. Those who truly understand silent success don't spend their lives chasing fleeting recognition. Instead, they focus intensely on building something that lasts, something that has substance. They work hard in the background, refining their craft, perfecting their skills, and creating value that will outlive them. When success is achieved in silence, through quiet dedication and relentless effort, it carries more weight, more depth, more meaning than anything built on superficial noise and constant validation. It's a different kind of success altogether. Many people mistakenly believe that to be successful, they must constantly broadcast their achievements to the world. They believe that visibility equals value. That being seen means they are progressing, that their work matters. But the truth, the quiet truth, is that true success isn't about being seen. It is about being remembered for the right reasons. It's about doing work that is so powerful, so impactful, so excellent, that it stands completely on its own, without the need for endless self-promotion or explanation. It's the ultimate let success speak approach applied to your life's work. Legacy of silent success is built through action, not words. Period. Many individuals talk endlessly about their goals and dreams, but far fewer actually execute them consistently. Many seek applause and recognition for their efforts, but far fewer actually create lasting, meaningful change in the world. Those who build their success quietly, diligently, are the ones who achieve results that simply cannot be ignored. Their work speaks for them, their discipline defines them, and their influence grows naturally, organically, without the need to Constantly remind others of their achievements. It's a powerful, quiet force. One of the most important aspects of leaving a lasting impact is focusing on substance over mere appearance. Many people chase superficial markers of success, fame, follower counts, external validation, but these things are temporary. They are fleeting. True success is built on depth, on genuine skill, on contribution, on creating real value in the world. It is not about how many people recognize your name. It is about how much positive value you create, how many lives you impact, how much excellence you bring to the world. Those who succeed in silence understand that their legacy is not measured by the number of people who applaud them, but by the genuine, tangible difference they make. Another key aspect of silent success and building a lasting legacy is humility. Many of the most successful, impactful individuals throughout history did not spend their time boasting about their achievements. They let their work speak for them. They were more concerned with making a difference, with contributing something valuable, than with being seen as important or famous. This inherent humility is what allows them to continue growing, to keep learning, and to sustain their success and their impact for years, often decades. Silent achievers understand that true greatness isn't about constant self-promotion, it's about continuous self-improvement and contribution. The most powerful legacy is one that is built on authenticity. Many people spend their lives trying to prove something to others, proving they are successful, proving they are talented, proving they are worthy. But those who achieve silent success don't waste their energy trying to prove anything to anyone. They simply focus on becoming the best, most authentic version of themselves. And in doing so, through their genuine effort and dedication, they naturally inspire others. Their impact isn't forced or manufactured. It's organic. It's real. It resonates because it's true. One of the most underrated benefits of low-key success is the incredible freedom it provides to operate without external pressure. When you are not constantly seeking validation, you are free to make decisions based purely on what truly matters to you and your vision. You are not limited by expectations, by fleeting trends, or by the need to maintain a certain public image. This allows you to create a life, a career, and a body of work that is deeply aligned with your deepest values and passions, rather than being shaped and constrained by the temporary opinions of others. It's true personal freedom. Leaving a legacy also means building something that lasts beyond your lifetime. Many people achieve short-term success, which is fine, but only a few create something that truly stands the test of time, something that continues to create value long after they are gone. Those who work in silence often focus precisely on creating this kind of enduring value. Whether it is through building a robust business, inventing something groundbreaking, creating timeless art, or passing on invaluable knowledge and wisdom to others, they are not focused on personal fame, but on making a meaningful, lasting contribution. Their focus is on the impact, not the applause. The difference between those who achieve silent success and leave a lasting legacy, and those who merely chase attention, is that the former deeply understand the power of patience. Many people want to be recognized instantly, to be famous overnight. But those who create lasting legacies know that true success is built over decades, not days or weeks. They are willing to play the long game, to put in years of dedicated effort without expecting immediate rewards or constant recognition. They are not concerned with momentary fame, but with long-term impact and building something of genuine, enduring value. Another defining trait of those who leave a lasting legacy is their ability to lift others up. Silent achievers don't just focus on their own success. They actively create opportunities for others to grow, to learn, and to succeed as well. They share their knowledge, they mentor those who come after them, and they build something that benefits not just themselves, but entire communities or fields. Their success is not selfish, it is expansive. They understand that real, impactful success isn't just about personal achievement, but about creating a ripple effect of positive change that continues far beyond them. A crucial part of silent success is the ability to move with a quiet, grounded confidence. Many people mistakenly believe that being loud, boastful, or constantly seeking attention is a sign of strength. But in reality, true strength is the quiet certainty that comes from knowing your value, knowing your process, and trusting your ability to deliver without needing external validation. Silent achievers do not seek permission to succeed. They do not ask for approval to chase their dreams. They move forward with quiet determination, trusting their process and their vision implicitly. Perhaps the greatest lesson of silent success and the true reward is understanding that fulfillment comes from within, not from external recognition. Many people believe that once they reach a certain level of success, the title, the money, the fame, they will finally feel satisfied. But those who truly understand success know that fulfillment is not about reaching a destination. It is about the journey, the growth, the challenges overcome, and the person you become along the way. Silent success is inherently fulfilling because it is built on real effort, real discipline, real resilience, and real achievement, rather than empty words and temporary praise. In the end, the legacy of silent success is undeniable. Those who focus on the work rather than the recognition, on mastery rather than visibility, and on impact rather than applause, create something truly remarkable. Their success doesn't need to be announced because it is self-evident through its results. Their influence doesn't fade with time because it is built on real substance and contribution. The world remembers those who made a genuine difference, who created real value, not those who simply made the most noise. Silent success is not just about achieving personal greatness. It is about building something that will continue to inspire, influence, and create value long after you are gone. And that, my friends, is the ultimate mark of true, meaningful success. It's the profound impact of let success speak. Conclusion: your results are the loudest statement. All right, we've been on a journey, haven't we? A deep dive into the quiet power of building success without all the noise. Let's bring it all together. Success is not, and never has been, about how loudly you announce your goals to the world. It's not about how many people instantly recognize your efforts or how much attention you manage to generate in the short term. Nope. At its core, success is about the discipline, the resilience, and the unwavering focus that you develop along the way. It's about who you become in the process of chasing something that truly matters. The path of silent success is definitely not for everyone. Let's be clear. It requires immense patience. It demands deep self-reliance. And it calls for an unshakable mindset, a profound belief in your vision, even when the path is unclear and the results are not yet visible. But for those who choose this path, who embrace the quiet hustle, they find a kind of power that few will ever truly understand. It's the power of internal validation, the power of quiet determination, the power of letting your work be your voice. Think again about the greatest achievers throughout history. They weren't the ones who talked the most. They weren't the ones who were constantly in the spotlight from day one. They were the ones who worked relentlessly in the background, refining their craft, building their dreams, executing with quiet precision. They understood that success is truly built in the moments when no one is watching, when no one is applauding, when there is no external validation whatsoever. It is in those quiet, often difficult moments, when you are alone with your work, with your struggles, and with your relentless determination, that true greatness is forged. That's the grind in silence. Throughout this book, we've explored The fundamental principles that define silent success, the essential power of silence, and why quiet hustle wins the race. The vital discipline of private growth and improving yourself, not just your image. The incredible power of consistency and how small actions create big impact. Mastering emotional independence and learning to let go of the need for validation. The art of simply letting your results speak. The essence of unspoken greatness, the hidden advantage of silent success and why it's a more powerful approach, the legacy of quiet mastery and achieving success without seeking attention, developing the unshakable mindset that makes you unstoppable, the crucial power of patience and trusting the process in silence, the ultimate reward of building a life of quiet fulfillment, the art of self-reliance and becoming your own source of strength, the power of inner focus and directing your energy where it truly matters, the resilience of the silent achiever and thriving in the face of adversity, the discipline of daily execution and turning effort into excellence. Each of these principles is a fundamental building block in mastering the art of focused achievement and building that unshakable mindset. When combined, when integrated into your approach, they create an unstoppable force, a mindset that doesn't desperately seek approval from the outside, but instead quietly, confidently demands excellence from within. It's the foundation of self-transformation. Silent success is not about avoiding recognition altogether. Let's be clear on that. If your work is truly impactful, recognition will often come, and that's okay. But it's about prioritizing real, tangible progress over temporary applause. It's about knowing, deep down, that true fulfillment comes not from being seen by everyone, but from becoming genuinely great at what you do. It's about consciously choosing substance over spectacle, results over empty rhetoric, and deep mastery over fleeting mediocrity. The world out there is full of noise. People are constantly talking, constantly seeking validation, and constantly measuring their worth by external, often superficial standards. But those who truly embrace the power of silence and the path of silent success understand a deeper truth. Success isn't about how much you are seen. It is about how much you accomplish. The less energy you spend talking about your goals and the more energy you channel into acting on them, the more powerful you become. It's the quiet accumulation of power. As you move forward from here, remember this fundamental truth. You do not need permission from anyone to be great. You don't. You do not need constant encouragement from others to stay disciplined. You have that within you. You do not need an audience to validate your journey or your efforts. Your progress is your validation. Everything you truly need is already within you. The drive, the intelligence, the capability, the resilience. What separates those who achieve genuine success from those who only dream of it? It's the unwavering willingness to put in the work every single day, consistently, regardless of who is watching, regardless of whether you get instant validation, regardless of how hard it feels. So make the commitment. Commit to your craft. Stay disciplined in your actions. Protect your focus fiercely. Move in silence. Nurture that private success. And when the time is right, when your work has reached that level of undeniable excellence, let your results be so undeniable that the world has no choice but to take notice. Because true success doesn't need an announcement. It simply demands execution. Focus on yourself and work hard in silence. Let your success make the noise. Go build your empire quietly. Focus on yourself and work hard in silence. Let your success make the noise. Written by Peter A. Saul. Published by Audiobooks. Law.